Good afternoon. Before we begin, can I please ask to make sure your cell phones have been turned off and that you do not use them during this formal occasion. Thank you to our fabulous guitar group. The piece they were playing was called Viva Tarantino. Can we please stand as we welcome our staff and guests into the auditorium?
Tēnā rā tātou. Please be seated. E tipu e rea mō ngā raotoa o arahina tō iwi e. Tō ngā kau ki ngā taonga o te puna. Tō wairua ki te ariki. Kia koutou katoa e te rangatahi. Te oranga mo te ao katoa. Kia mau, kia kaha pupuritia, te mana o te ariki. He honore gloria ki te atua, he mau ngārogo ki te whenua, he whakaaro pai ki ngā tāngata katoa āmini. Tangi hia rā ngā mate, rātau, kua wheturangi tia, haere, haere, a whakangaroa atu rā. Ki te kēgi, tū heitia, me tōna hoaranga tira atawhai, me te kāhui ariki, arire hau. Papai mārire. Tauwhare te marae, e tuake, maunga tautari te maunga. Waikato te awa e rere nei, Ngāti haua te iwi, Wiremu Tamihana te tangata, tēnā koutou, a tēnā rā tātou katoa. Tēnei rā katuake, ki te whakatau, i tō tātou nei, kaupapa i tēnei rangi. Nō reira, ki a koe te tūmuake, e Mr. Whiting, ki ngā kaiako, o tēnei kura o tihipuke, nau mai, hara mai, piki mai. Ko te mea nui, tēnā rā tātou, ko whakapiri ki te whakanui i ngā tauira nei o tihipuke. Kia karakia tātou i tō tātou nei, aroha mai karakia o tō tātou nei kura, ka tohi nei au ki te tohi unoko, ki te tohi rangi, ki te tohi o gāriki. Ho mai e io te hautipua. Kia tia hoki roto, mārama ki roto, tūturu o whiti whakamaua. Kia tina, haumi e hui e i tāi ki e. A tēnā koutou.
Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga, kia mā kina kina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki tai. Ehi ake ana te ata kura he tio, hei huka, he hauhunga, ti hei mauri ora. E rauranga tira mā, e aku koroua, e aku kuia, nā whānau nei hāpuri whānui. No piki mai, no kake mai, ki tēnei rā tuku taonga o te kura tuarua o Tihepuki. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Thank you to Mātua Taira Tirito for his karakia. My name is Christine Williams, and as the Deputy Principal, I will be your MC on this wonderful occasion. On behalf of the Principal, Mr. Calvin Whiting, and all the staff at Hillcrest High School, I would like to welcome you to the 2021 Senior Prize Giving. It is such a shame that we only have the recipients of our awards here and not whānau as well. But I know families will feel incredibly proud of their sons and daughters as they watch the recording of our prize giving. The lion dance, which you have just seen, is a traditional Chinese dance which has become part of the Hillcrest High School tradition. The dance is a celebration of culture. It gives thanks to the work of parents and staff. The lions chase unwanted spirits away and then bring prosperity and good health to us all. The lions are representative of our school's diversity, of which we are proud. They are only a part of the many cultures that make us who we are. The lion costumes worn in today's performance were kindly donated by the Fee family, and I did love the addition of the COVID mask to respect the times that we're living in. We thank the Fee family for their ongoing contribution and relationship with our school. Our prize giving is a time to celebrate the many successes of our students over the past year in the sporting, cultural and academic arenas of the school. This is an especially huge occasion for our Year 13 students, whose time at secondary school is coming quickly to an end. This afternoon, we extend a warm welcome to our invited guest, the Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, Maliane Burgess. I now invite her to present her annual report.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa, talofa lava. On behalf of the Hillcrest High School Board, it is a privilege to say a few words for this end-of-year prize giving. And may I begin by acknowledging all who are here today. Our leadership team, teachers, parents, caregivers, families, friends, and especially to you, our senior students. This year has been a very challenging year for all of us, and especially you, our students. The effects of the COVID-19 pandemic continue to put pressure on many of our livelihoods, families, communities, and our country. As a board, we are very proud at how our school community has come together in our time of need, with the ability to navigate successfully during what seems to be the new norm for our country, and to provide you with the adequate resources to continue with your learning. I must especially acknowledge our teachers for all your hard work and commitment during this year. I know how difficult it has been for our senior students this year, in particular our Year 13 students, with the ongoing disruptions of your studies, events, and especially your final year at high school. I want to commend you all for the sacrifices that you've made, and I know this will hold you steadfast as you all leap out into the world on your own individual journeys in the new year. You have all persevered and have shown so much resilience, and for that, I congratulate all of you. Hillcrest High School continues to be the best school due to all of your hard work throughout this year. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed, and I am confident in the board and your teachers support me in this acknowledgement. Given all that you have gone through this year, let us today celebrate being here at this prize giving. Let us celebrate your achievements, whether big or small, and the fact that we have navigated another year safely. Although prize giving is a way to showcase outstanding achievements, It is also a celebration that you all have reached the end of a successful school year, moving on to the next. We encourage you all to continue to strive for excellence and continue to do your very best. You have all worked so hard this year, and don't be discouraged if you do not receive an award, but let this be your motivation for next year, as your journey does not end here. To all our award recipients today, congratulations on your achievements. Well done, and keep striving for success. To all our school leavers moving on to the next chapters of your life journeys, success is in your own control. The path may at times be difficult, unclear, or repetitive, but the only thing that truly separates those who achieve greatness from everyone else is determination and willpower. I wish you all the very best for the remainder of your final exams. Nō reira, tēnā koutou katoa.
Thank you, Meliane. We will now be entertained by Matilda Griffiths, who will play the Tallyman's Fantasia No. 7, second movement. Thank you, Matilda. That was very inspiring. The first group of awards are the Major Merit Awards. Students who earned 1, 2, or 3 merits during the year received their awards and acknowledgement at the Senior Merit Prize giving last Friday. The names of all those recipients are included in the program, which is available on our website. Today, we present awards to all students who have received 4 or more merits, as well as subject awards and other special academic awards. During the presentations, the names of students receiving their awards will be generally read out in groups. The students will come forward to receive their awards and then will stand in front of the stage as a group. Please hold your applause until the students of the group have received their awards. We can then congratulate them together as a group. Students will not shake hands this year due to COVID, but will just receive their award. We begin with the Year 11 awards. These will be read by Mr. Donald Beer, who is the Year 11 Dean, and I will present them.
Kia ora everyone, it is my pleasure to announce these Year 11 awards, and I will be calling up in groups of up to 5. Taj Bath, Abby, Bernard and Adam Fraser, can you please come to the front? Taj Buff, diligence in English, diligence in material tech construction, diligence in mathematics, and diligence in music. Abby Bernard, diligence in English, diligence in materials tech engineering, diligence in mathematics, and distinction in sports development program. Adam Fraser, diligence in digital technologies media, diligence in English, distinction in digital technologies programming, and distinction in calculus. Well done. The next group of students, Anja Kojosovic, Elaine Lai, Yuna Lee, please come up to the front. Anja Kojosovic, diligence in mathematics, diligence in science, distinction in biology, and distinction in sociology. Elaine Lai, diligence in design and visual communication, diligence in mathematics, distinction in accounting, and distinction in science. Yuna Lee, diligence in mathematics, diligence in science, distinction in economics, and distinction in physical education. Well done. The next group of students will be receiving 4 Merit Awards today. Nico Nell, William Hamilton, Christopher Harrison, and Josh Hoggetry. Please come up to the front. Nico Nell, diligence in digital technologies programming, diligence in electronics, diligence in English, and diligence in science. William Hamilton, diligence in English, diligence in science, diligence in Spanish, distinction in mathematics, and distinction in physical education. Christopher Harrison, diligence in history, diligence in science, distinction in English, distinction in mathematics, and distinction in physical education. Josh Hoggetty, improvement in theatre sports, diligence in electronics, distinction in science, diligence in calculus, and distinction in musical technology. Well done. The next 2 awards are the Year 11 Special Awards, and I would like to call up the following: Amy Lee and Kahurangi Ross Isaac. Amy Lee, she is receiving the Kelly Award Excellence in Biology. Kahurangi Ross Isaac will be receiving the Te Reo Māori Language Award. Kia ora mātua. Right, the last group for Year 11s will be our Year 11 Top 10 Awards. I'd like to call up Nikita Billington, Alex Collett, Maya O'Donnell, Emma Holbrook, and Sinhui Lai. Please come to the front. And please take your time walking across the stage as there is a long list. Nikita Billington, the diligence in design and visual communication, distinction in art, paint, prints, distinction in English, distinction in materials tech fabrics, the Diane Beach Award in materials technology fabrics, and 10th in Year 11. Alex Collett, service to lighting and sound, distinction in English, distinction in media studies, distinction in science, and 9th in Year 11. Maya O'Donnell, diligence in economics, diligence in Mandarin, diligence in mathematics, distinction in English, and 8th in Year 11. Emma Holbrook, diligence in science, distinction in English, distinction in mathematics, distinction in sociology, and 7th in Year 11. Sinhui Lai, diligence in Spanish, diligence in music, distinction in English, distinction in mathematics, distinction in science, and 6th in Year 11. Well done. I would now like to call up the last group. Shia Dunning, Abby Jackson, Sarah Crawford, Jess Leach, and Annie Lee. Please make your way to the front. Shia Dunning, distinction in accounting, distinction in English, distinction in science, distinction in mathematics, the Acharya Award top Year 11 mathematics student, and 5th in Year 11. Abby Jackson, diligence in history, diligence in materials tech fabrics, distinction in English, distinction in science, distinction in mathematics, and 4th in Year 11. Sarah Crawford, diligence in art, paint, print, distinction in design and visual communication, distinction in economics, distinction in mathematics, and 3rd in Year 11. Jess Leach, service to debating, service to theatre sports, diligence in economics, diligence in Mandarin, distinction in English, distinction in history, distinction in science, distinction in calculus level 2, and 2nd in Year 11. Annie Lee, diligence in physics level 2, diligence in chemistry level 2, distinction in mathematics level 2, and our 1st overall in Year 11. Well done. And that concludes the Year 11 awards.
We'd like to express a very big thank you to Mr. Beer and Mr. Bay for being the Year 11 Deans over the last term and half year, and also a big thank you to Rochelle Webber and to Mr. Powles, who have also been Year 11 Deans this year. We now move on to the Year 12 awards. These will be read by Mrs. Rayleigh, the Year 12 Dean. These awards will be presented by Mrs. Mary McKenzie, who is retiring at the end of this year for a well-earned life of relaxation and good food. Although, having taught food technology to so many students for so many years, she may never want to cook again. We will miss her very much. Let us give her a round of applause.
The following students have 4 merit awards. Can I call Alicia Begbie, Aizen Chong, Trinica Kenny, Chantel Stevenson, and Emma Templeman up, please? Alicia Begbie, diligence in biology, diligence in outdoor education, diligence in physics, distinction in biology. Aizen Chong, diligence in calculus, diligence in English, diligence in music technology, diligence in sociology. Trinica Kenny, diligence in English, diligence in physics, distinction in advanced physical education, distinction in calculus. Chantel Stevenson, diligence in food and nutrition, diligence in mathematics, diligence in science with internals, distinction in hospitality. Emma Templeman, diligence in biology, diligence in music technology, distinction in drama, distinction in English. Levi Miller, please. Levi has 5 Merit Awards. Levi Miller, diligence in calculus, diligence in English, diligence in geography, diligence in physics, and diligence in also physics. It's probably something else, in science. Well done. And now the Year 12 Special Awards. Can I call Tia Chapman, Maioha Essen, Kristen Hancock, Moira Liatua and Ebowyn Ruck up, please. We have a couple unable to be here today. Okay. Tia Chapman has the Seddon Polglaze Award for Level 2 Science. Maioha Essen, the Te Reo Māori Language Award, Level 2. Kristen Hancock, the Waikato Trades Academy Award. Well done. Alex Symes, Yuran Wang, Amelia Wilkinson and Trinica Kenny, please. Alex Symes, the Martin Wearin Memorial Prize for Languages. Yuran Wang, the Sakura Saku Japanese Award. Amelia Wilkinson, the Waikato Geography Society Award. And Trinica Kenny, the Conlechna Cup for Outdoor Education. Well done. And the top 10 of Year 12. Can I have Aithu, Kira Scott, Eric Ging, Freddie Wu and Zoe Harris up the front, please. Aithu has diligence in chemistry, diligence in design and visual communication, diligence in physics, distinction in French, the Cameron Crystal Award for Most Outstanding Year 12 Speech, and 10th in Year 12. Kira Scott, diligence in history, diligence in mathematics, distinction in earth and space science, 9th in Year 12. Eric Ging, diligence in chemistry, distinction in English, distinction in calculus, distinction in music studies, 8th in Year 12. Freddie Wu, diligence in calculus, distinction in English, distinction in physics, 7th in Year 12. Zoe Harris, diligence in art, paint, print, diligence in drama, diligence in calculus, distinction in art and design, distinction in English, distinction in history, 6th in Year 12. And our last 5. Can I have Yutun Ying, Hayley Helford, Sebin Chung, Hayley Sharp and Janet Gore to the front, please. Yutun Ying, distinction in art, paint, print, distinction in economics, distinction in English language learning, distinction in mathematics, 5th in Year 12. Hayley Helford, diligence in economics, diligence in sociology, distinction in accounting, distinction in materials technology fabrics, 4th in Year 12. Sebin Chung, distinction in chemistry, distinction in English, distinction in Mandarin, distinction in physics, distinction in calculus, the Deirdre Tredgett Smith Award for Biology, 3rd in Year 12. Hayley Sharp, distinction in chemistry, distinction in design and visual communication, distinction in digital technologies programming, distinction in English, distinction in physics, distinction in calculus, 2nd in Year 12. Janet Gore, service to Shakespeare, distinction in English, distinction in biology, distinction in chemistry, the Irene Klumchuk Award for Cambridge English, the Linda Cowley Award for Calculus, the NZIP School Top Physics Scholar Award, the Peter Thomas Award for Year 13 Classical Studies, the Trudy Cowley Award for Top 10 Year 12 Mathematics Student, the Tungsten She Award for Chemistry, is there anything she can't do? 1st in Year 12. Thank you all.
On behalf of the school, I'd like to thank Mrs. Rayleigh for all her tireless work and support as Year 12 Dean. I'd also like to thank Assistant Year 12 Dean Erica Hamilton and Mr. Josh Groom, who has been the Assistant Year 12 Dean this term. I now invite Mr. Brett Chibnall, who is the Year 13 Dean, to come forward to read the names of the Year 13 students who are receiving academic awards. These awards will be presented by Mr. Whiting.
The following students have received 4 merits: Sarah Cathcart, Zara Letford, Bailey Lindsay, Emma Maltzard. Sarah Cathcart, diligence in calculus, diligence in design, visual communication, distinction in history, Hawara leader, and also notably she is a member of the New Zealand Secondary Schools Youth Orchestra. That's the second one, yes. Thank you. Yes, you do, yes. Thank you, Mr. Whiting. Zara Letford, diligence in statistics, distinction in advanced physical education, distinction in sociology, Shepherd House leader. Bailey Lindsay, distinction in music technology, distinction in theatre sports, distinction in SCAT, arts leader. Emma Maltzard, diligence in biology, distinction in accounting, distinction in advanced physical education, sports captain. Following students have received 5 merit awards: Helen Liu, Kia Smith. Terribly sorry, I've missed out Miriam Mather. Could Miriam Mather come forward? Sorry, Miriam. Oh. Miriam has diligence in business studies, diligence in sociology, diligence in Spanish, distinction in Spanish, and my humble apologies for leaving you off the list. Yes, he was going to shake your hand as well. Helen Liu, diligence in calculus, diligence in chemistry, diligence in physics, diligence and distinction in economics. Kia Smith, diligence in chemistry, diligence in English, diligence in statistics, distinction in biology and marakura for 2021. The following are the Year 13 Special Awards. Suha Afsa, Jasmine Armai, Amy Ellis, Miriam Atha, Charlotte Bates. Suha Afsa has received the Alison Ray Award for English. Jasmine Armai, the Humanities Award. Need a trailer for that. Amy Ellis, the Stuart Buchanan Award for Accounting. Miriam Atha, the Spanish Award. Won't forget you this time, Miriam. Charlotte Bates, the Senior Student Award in Chinese. Jethro Jackson, Lance Kelly, Ruby Khan, Helen Liu, Nicholas Maltzard. Jethro Jackson, the Weta Award for Year 13 Geography. Don't drop it. Lance Kelly, the Creating Futures Award. Ruby Khan, the Biozone Theory Award, the Chin Award for Top Physics Scholar. Helen Liu, the Waikato Management School Prize in Economics. And Nicholas Maltzard, the Andrew Malcolm Prize for Computer Programming. Chanel Morgan, Andrea Schuster, Abigail Singleton, Kia Smith, Ingrid Yang. Chanel Morgan, the Media Arts Award. Andrea Schuster, the Photolife Award for Digital Technology. Abigail Singleton, John Brough Hard Materials Technology Award and the Richardson Award for Excellence in Advanced PE. Kia Smith, the Simon and Liz Dench Award for All-Round Student. Try and balance it all, Kia. Ingrid Yang, the Andrew Rudge Design and Visual Communication Award.
The following students have received some top scholarships from universities, so they can come forward and pretend to handshake with Mr. Whiting. Jacob Oliver, Sarah Harrison, Ruby Khan, Kia Smith, Mairi Nielsen, Saskia Brookhausen and Zara Letford. Jacob Oliver has received the University of Waikato Scholarship for Outstanding Academic Achievement. It's $25,000 in the bank. Sarah Harrison, the University of Waikato Scholarships for Outstanding Academic Achievement, another $25,000. Ruby Khan, the University of Auckland Top Achiever Scholarship, $20,000. Kia Smith, University of Otago Maori Entrance Scholarship, $17,000. Mairi Nielsen, the Māori Entrance Scholarship for Otago University, $13,000. Saskia Brookhausen, the Leaders of Tomorrow Entrance Scholarship, $10,000 at Otago. And Zara Letford, the University of Otago Leaders of Tomorrow Entrance Scholarship, $10,000. Congratulations, Year 13.
You only had to be here and see the farewell that the Year 13 students gave to Mr. Brett Chibnall, Mrs. Ashley Tian and Mrs. Amber Ganley to know how much in high esteem they are held and the work and support they have given the students over the 5 years. Thank you very much to those deans. It now gives me great pleasure to ask the head students, Jacob Oliver, Conrad French, Molly Huggin and Suha Asfa, to come forward and reflect on the year as head students. It has been another difficult year thanks to the effects of COVID, but our head students have been true leaders, leading with positivity, empathy and energy. They have been wonderful role models for our students, and we are truly grateful for the impact they have had on our school community. Let's give them a round of applause to say thank you.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Good evening, everybody. Today I'm just going to say a quick few words about our current situation, and then I'll pass it over to Dr. Ashley Bloomfield. Oh, sorry, I do apologise. This is the wrong speech. Excuse me.
Tēnā koutou katoa. E mihi ana kia koutou. Tēnā koutou te puna wai ora o ngā te hua. Te hau kainga o tēnei whenua, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora and good afternoon. Thank you for coming to today's prize giving. We apologise for that confusion and disruption, but we should really get underway with the right speech. Let us begin by thanking all the staff and students who are here this afternoon, and all the whānau, students and teachers who are watching this a couple days from now. My name is Suha Abzar, and beside me are two wonderful rangatahi, Conrad French and Jacob Oliver.
Unfortunately, Molly couldn't join us today as she is unwell. We'll be speaking on her behalf of her in her absence. Please imagine her soothing voice as we read on her behalf.
We have had the privilege of being the head students here during the trying times of 2021. And our role as head students here has exposed us to all the highs and lows of high school, especially the transitional experience of finishing our secondary education during a COVID year, or should I say, after 2 COVID years. And the speed at which this moment has crept up on us is surprising to say the least. 2021 has been overwhelming, stressful, and delightful throughout and alongside the SSL, who are scattered throughout the crowd today. We have learnt so much about what it means to be leaders, innovators, and creators in this year of uncertainty.
COVID has threatened and destroyed our education, our traditional school events, and most importantly, our hauora. It was great. Now, don't mistake my cynicism for disregard. We were truly faced with an abundance of challenges this year, but it taught us to lead through realism. to innovate and create the most out of minimal resources, to build up motivation in both ourselves and our peers. Darwin's theory of evolution lasted over millions of years, but our generation has undergone evolution in a matter of 2. We've gained adaptations such as sloppy posture from device use, how to remain somewhat sane in solitary confinement, how to salvage toiletries, and most importantly, how to adapt our lives, our leadership, to rekindle motivation in our kura when it was extremely burnt out. We were forced to cancel event after event after event. However, the 4 of us learned that perseverance is crucial in times of adversity, and I found that my stubbornness finally paid off. During these times, community has held us together at Hillcrest. Each of our successes we have accomplished or the hard comings we've faced were due to the collective efforts that started over a year ago. We're immensely proud of our team because we fought.
We must acknowledge that team effort, that our success as individuals comes with the support and contribution of a community. The unbreakable senior leadership, staff determination, and student endurance have assisted us across the constantly shifting finish line. But we finally made it, and we couldn't be more proud of each and every one of you. Whether you're present in this room or not, especially with COVID becoming a very real part of our lives again as we moved into the latter of our year, the dedication that our teachers have shown in assisting us across that finish line, working above and beyond every single day just to get us to come to school and have an education has not gone unnoticed. And we could not be more appreciative that we have had you to walk alongside us for the past 5 years.
One of the main reasons we're here today is to celebrate the success of senior students in our school in the field of academics. We want to wholeheartedly congratulate you all for persevering through everything this year has thrown at you. And this year in particular has had more things thrown than others. But well done for continuing to strive to do your best. The next on the agenda to receive our gratitude are our wonderful Dean and Assistant Deans from the past and present. Mr. Chibnall, otherwise known as Chibi, who is a renowned Liverpool fan and a bestower of wisdom. Mrs. Tian, the T, all smiles, but could probably deadlift the weight of all 4 of us combined without batting an eyelid. Ms. Ganley, otherwise known as Gannels, who up until this year was always a source of laughter in the senior dean's room, which is now something that the year 10s get to experience on a day-to-day basis. And of course, last but not least, Ms. Terrell, who was flamboyant and creative and was a delightful source of fun for our year group in those first founding years of high school. They have been there for us every step of the way these past 5 years. Not to say our parents haven't made a significant contribution into making us well-rounded adults, but since they aren't here tonight or today, we want to take the opportunity to thank you for basically raising us from 9 to 3:20, 5 days a week for 40 weeks a year these past 5 years, which was not an easy feat by any stretch. Everything we needed sorted or required advice on, or simply for a Freddo frog, you were always the first port of call. Again, thank you for being the wonderful human beings that you are, and I'm sure that the class of 2026 will appreciate you just as much as we have.
Leading up to exams, lockdown has been an unwelcome burden on our motivation. These lockdowns really have a toll on our learning, which is hard to overcome. Any level of achievement, wherever you are in your journey, is a big win and one that you should be extremely proud of. Be kind to yourselves and prioritize your mental health because this has been an exceptionally long and difficult year. Understanding your mental and physical boundaries when it comes to taking on workload is key. We wish to give you a loving send-off to the exam season and good luck, but we know you won't need it.
The foundation of prize giving is to recognise and celebrate our achievements and successes. To our Year 11s and 12s, we congratulate you all on the hard work and effort you have put in this year. We understand the challenges faced while sitting NCEA for the first time and trying to achieve the best results you can for an important year of high school. COVID has completely reconstructed what your senior education has looked like, and we applaud your consistency in spite of everything. We are truly proud of all that you have achieved, and you should be too. We wish you the best of luck for the future and rewriting the norm in a COVID-positive world. Class of 2021, we've really done it. 5 years later, and here we are at prize giving for one last time. A wholehearted congratulations to you all, whether you are here or at home. Enjoy what we have here today. Be sure to celebrate the achievements of the school that has given us so much. While this isn't the final goodbye from us, it is our last opportunity we have to address the class of 2021. And we would like to say thank you for all your support across the past 5 years, but especially this year. For all those who are, and all those who couldn't be here tonight, we would like to say how much of an honour it has been to grow alongside all of you, mentally, spiritually, and physically. We are genuinely so proud of how far you have all come and who you have grown to be, and we look forward to following your journeys and seeing where the future takes us all.
This year was a bit of a whirlwind in many ways, but there was also a significant change to our role here. This year's restructuring from head and deputy heads to the group of 4 head students was something that we had to adapt to quickly. There is a lot to do throughout the year, and that can sometimes land more on deputies or vice versa. This new structure allowed us to share the load and carry our responsibilities further than ever before. I think that all 4 of us can agree that as the year has passed by, we have developed a really cool family-like relationship with one another. Being able to have a strong team of 4 to rely on has helped stress levels throughout this year, throughout all the disruptions and changes that we've had to persevere through. The change from heads and deputy heads is a real positive one and reflects on how the world is changing around us, where teams of leaders lead rather than individuals. Being the first to experience this at Hillcrest has been an amazing experience, and hopefully we've been trailblazers for future years of head students.
Now I will embody Molly and read on her behalf. The other day in my class, my beautiful Haora teacher, Miss Pemberton, gave us all a going away gift. This included a picture of our younger selves on our first ever day as a form class. Looking back on that photo, I felt really proud of who I was then and how I've always stayed true to the person in that photo. The years have passed in a blur, but I feel reassured that this has been a very special time in my life and that people here have done so much for me and are the reason I am who I am. We have learned so much, and I am thankful for the Hillcrest whānau that surrounds me and the thoughtful and strong young adults of the class of 2021 has become. I am so proud of the stories we have shared with one another and the moments that will always be stored somewhere in our minds, just waiting to be reignited. I never thought this day would come, and now that it has, I feel ready and calm in where the ship is sailing me. Placed in a rough sea, I know that I will always be held up by the buoyancy of the people that support me. To year 13, I could never have asked for a more brilliant, beautiful, intelligent people to finish school with. Each and every one of you has something that we cannot go without. And to the year 11s and 12s here tonight, don't take it for granted. Cherish the time and memories you have or could create with the people who are sitting next to you. Care for one another, because one day you will be in our shoes, wishing for the time to speed up in front of you so you can finally break free, while simultaneously wanting the world to spin slower. And for the days to be longer with one another so that we may soak every second of it in. Okay, I'm Suha now. Ever since I can remember, my dream was to become head student of my high school. And I remember the very moment I set my mind on Hilly. It was when the head students came to Peach Grove to talk to us year 8s. And I told myself that day that I would get accepted, even off the ballot list, and one day become head student. So here I am, trying to prove that you truly can accomplish anything, regardless of whether it's a cliche. That's not to say that it will be easy. People will judge your message, your leadership, your beliefs, the pigmentation of your skin. But it would also be unfair not to acknowledge those who'd cancel out that negativity. And trust me, you will never be short of a supporter. My journey took a huge amount of effort and resilience, but I'm proud of myself for pushing through and becoming the first Sri Lankan Muslim head student at Hilly. The role has certainly taught me to lead unapologetically and initiate change where the student body so needs, to lead and work with the people and never above them. This school gave me the opportunity to expand my talents in dance, culture, the environment, English, and so on, and for that I will forever be grateful. Although if you know me, I'm not someone to be at a loss for words very often, but I truly can't describe how much I've loved the Hillcrest High School experience. I thank the little girl in the pink hijab who persevered. I thank my friends, my family, my teachers. I will never forget these past 2 years and all that it has given me.
Hillcrest High for me has been a beacon of positivity for the past 5 years. I have had incredible opportunity after incredible opportunity, and I am eternally grateful for what this school has provided me. I was always passionate about being a leader, whether that was to do with the barrier trip in Year 10 or being a peer support leader in Year 12. However, I never expected to be so honoured as to serve Hillcrest High as a head student this year. It truly has been a great pleasure. When the applications were about to start last year, I was terrified of putting my name down. But I'm so glad that I did, because working with these three amazing people this year has been awesome. I know everybody says the last 5 years have gone so quickly, or it feels like just yesterday we were sitting here in Year 9. But as much as those things are true, for me the big moment was in this very prize giving last year. Sitting in the gym, up in the bleachers, stomach in my throat, head in my hands, waiting for my name. It was then that I truly realised how much the school has changed me for the better, and for that I thank you all. All my teachers over the years, all my friends who have been there since the start, our incredible deans, and the top corridor who have really helped us work through this unpredictable year. So thank you. Class of 2021, we've all spent roughly 23 million seconds together over the last 5 years, and I think that's long enough to qualify as being a second family. I couldn't have asked for a better second family if I tried. You should all be extremely proud, because we sure are. And I know you're all going on to do great things in your future.
When I started at Hillcrest, being a head student was far from top of my list of priorities. Coming here after being at Fairfield Intermediate, I was more worried about finding my feet and essentially finding some friends, as sad as that sounds. And I'd like to think I was somewhat successful in doing so. To me, this is an example of one of the greatest attributes our school has. No matter your background, Hillcrest is a place where you'll be accepted and strive. Then what feels like no time later at all, I'm standing here right in front of you. What happens in between? Quite frankly, I couldn't do it sufficient justice, no matter how many words I used. However, I would say the biggest thing that I did that got me to where I am today is taking up almost every single opportunity offered to me. Before Hillcrest, I was probably under the bracket of what they would call a nerd in the movies. I never really spoke too much, and seeing me excelling on the sports field was a rarity. When I began high school, I had two options: be the quiet kid in the corner, or start taking up opportunities and see where that takes me. And I think it's pretty obvious which path I chose, and I could not be more happy with my decision. I genuinely would never have imagined to have such a great group of people around me and to be so set for my future. I think my biggest piece of advice for everyone here, no matter your age, is to take up opportunities and give everything you can a go. You never know, it might become your new thing. Never let anything get in the way of what you want to achieve. Make those phone calls, send those emails, don't let anyone tell you no. Follow these simple steps, and there's no limits to what you can achieve.
Hillcrest really does have a special place in our hearts. Thanks to this school and the people who bring it to life, we can say that we are proud of who we have become. As fast as we have said hello to you all, we must now say goodbye. Who knows what the next obstacles we may face will be, but I know I'm grateful for what we have now. Though it is difficult to leave people behind, we must spread our wings and fly from the safety of Hillcrest's nest. I know we can do it, and deep down, so do you. You might feel overwhelmed and fearful of the future, or nostalgic about all the things we've experienced along the way. But know that Hillcrest will forever be a part of who we are. We will never lose the time we have spent with one another and all the lives we have interacted with. Now is the time for us to leave and place the future of our beloved school into the hands of the next head students.
Congratulations to the new head students of 2022, whoever you may be. You have all been so courageous and brave to put your names forward for this role and the other possible roles for the 2022 Year 13s. It's extremely daunting, we know, but trust us when we say that you are more than capable of leading Hilly with pride, innovation, and passion. As the 2020 head students wished for us, we hope 2022 treats you better than this year has done. We hope it enables you to display your intelligent, creative, and brilliant minds and truly leave your mark on the school.
Thank you again, Hillcrest, for all that you have given us. It really has been an honour to be the 2021 head students. As this year draws to a close, so too do the curtains on our time at high school. We cannot wait to see what the world has in for us next.
And with that, we say our final goodbye. Jinkul Year Hillcrest, you will always hold a special place in our hearts.
Because of COVID-19 restrictions to this event, we can't have the SSL come up to the stage today. Nevertheless, we wish to acknowledge them and the insane amount of passion, drive, and will they have demonstrated this year in their roles. Please feel free to clap after each pair and show them a bit of love for this immense year. Firstly, we have our manukura, Jasmine Armai and Kia Smith. Environment Captains Hannah Matthews and Ashley Judd.
Service Captains Thanuja Caldera and Lena Stewart. Our Board of Trustees representative, Frankie Nibaka.
Events Captains Saskia Brookhuizen and Sarah Harrison. Hawaii Captains Sarah Cathcart and Amber Spence.
Cultural Captains Ezekiel Tevez and Ruby Khan. Arts Captains Bailey Lindsay and Holly McCullum. Sports Captains Emma Maltzid and Stephen Hockey.
Now for the House Captains. Hillary House Captains, Maya Alton and Jack Walker. Our Rutherford House Captains, Sarah Fee and Raj Jha. Snell House Captains, Penny Eleanor and Elliot Waghorn. Tapuia House Captains, Kyle Smith and Chanel Morgan.
Shepherd House Captains Zach Moyer and Zara Letford. And can we please just have one last final huge round of applause for the Senior Student Leadership Team of 2021.
It is now our pleasure to announce the 2021 House rankings. 5th place is Rutherford. Woo! 4th place we have Shepherd. 3rd place, Hillary.
Drum roll, please.
The moment you have all been waiting for, our house competition winner of 2021 is Tapuia.
That leaves Snell in second. Congratulations, Tapuia, and thank you guys for listening.
I would now like to invite Mr. Calvin Whiting, our principal, to deliver his annual report, followed by the presentation of our special awards.
Had to happen, didn't it? Right. Kia ora koutou, everyone. Well, welcome to everyone to this rather unusual prize giving. In my opening few sentences of last year's prize giving, I made reference to the unusual year we just experienced. Little did I realise that I would be making the same comments again this year. This year, our end of year program has been turned upside down on its head. Our traditional forms of acknowledgement and celebration have been cancelled or modified. In holding this event, we're trying to do the best we can, of course, under challenging circumstances, and I would imagine the same things happening right across the country around about this time. It's been challenging for our staff, preparing, supporting and navigating our students through NCA, while our juniors are spending an extended period of time at home coping with online learning, and you can guarantee they'll be looking forward to getting back to school on Wednesday. probably their parents more so, I would imagine. Our seniors had the opportunity to return to school and focus on NCA. That happened a couple of weeks ago. I'd like to acknowledge the work of our staff through these testing times. Although we have a very good online learning system in place, you certainly can't beat face-to-face learning. Although not new to online learning, many of our parents would have juggled routines around their own children's learning and working from home. Staff were also keen to return to school, often dealing with their own children at home while supporting the learning of students from their classes. As well as the challenges COVID has brought to the way we manage and organise our school, not only are we contending with the effects on student learning and achievement, but above all our concerns about health and safety, well-being and anxiety amongst our staff, students, and this often took centre stage with our decision making. Despite COVID, we have had a very successful year implementing the following. Firstly, after much planning throughout 2022, our Haora program was introduced to provide a wellbeing and life skills program, along with academic mentoring, replacing the traditional form time. Some adjustments to the program have been made for next year based on student and staff feedback. The implementation of digital technology curriculum throughout our compulsory Matahiho program in the junior school. The social science faculty introducing a Year 9 Te Reo Tikana program into their social studies program. This will further develop for next year across all faculties. Our senior student tracking system for identifying and supporting those students at risk of not achieving NCA has been further developed. We've implemented a new website. We've trialled integration in our junior school in term 2, and we've also begun our journey towards implementation of new NCA changes for next year. Although we had no significant building projects this year, unlike previous years, we were still able to complete the following smaller projects to modernise and improve our learning and teaching spaces and environment. The auditorium. Hope you've noticed this, folks, when you've come in and sit down. We've had a total refurbishment of the auditorium, painting the ceiling, walls, upgrading and floor coverings. The pavilion has been upgraded and is now used as our learning support centre. We've had painting and completed the exterior of D and C blocks outside the auditorium and the library. We've had considerable upgrades of the toilets, staff and girls' toilets in several blocks, air conditioning blocks in D block, garden refurbishment around the library. D7 has been converted from a science lab to a computer lab, and we've had air cons, shade sail, decking and ramps at the ILC. Now you may say these are fairly small things, but when you add them all together, a lot of work has taken place this year, and I have special thanks to Mr. Burton, who's head of our property team, in facilitating that for us. Over the next few years, we see a couple of priority areas for the future of the school's redevelopment. Firstly, new facility for our Oars-funded staff and students, which of course, as you know, is the ILC and PAC, is a huge priority. Although we have begun working with the Ministry of Education, it is a slow and often seemingly impossible process to gain traction, but we are forever on their case and we're trying to make some progress there. Our prefabs near the gym are well overdue for replacement. Again, a purpose-built facility would add value to this for our infrastructure. And finally, the board is working with Ngāti Hoa in establishing a wharenuri at the school. Again, this is an ongoing process which would rely on school-raised funds for such a project. During the year, we farewelled a number of staff members. At the beginning of term 2, Mr. Hemi Walker left to take up a role as assistant principal at Melville High School. Matua Hemi had taught at Hillcrest for 6 years, and during that time had held a number of leadership roles which included HRD Te Reo, HUF Languages, Assistant Dean, Kahui Ako within school leader, and Kapahaka tutor. Matua had a huge impact on our school. He led significant staff professional learning around tikana, te reo Māori, and culturally responsive pedagogy. He was widely respected by staff, students and the community, and assisted the school to further cementing our relationship with Ngāti Hoa. His skills as a kapahaka tutor were well known, leading a school group to regional honours on more than one occasion. Mrs. Ellen Sue Dansizen left us at the end of term 2. She began teaching Spanish at Hillcrest in 2007, bringing a wealth of experience and knowledge to the languages faculty. Ms. Dansizen led the Spanish department for 14 years, and during that time she has inspired many students to learn languages, understand different cultures, and use their linguistic skills in their future careers. Ms. Dansizen involved herself in many areas of the school and also took a leading role in the community, supporting and advocating for Muslim women. She has been a kahuiako within school leader, acting HOF languages, specialist classroom teacher, and PRT coordinator. She was also part of the Positive Behaviour for Learning team and the Pacifica Committee. At the end of term 2, Mr. Harker retired from his guidance counsellor position at Hillcrest after a period of extended sick leave. Mr. Harker began working at Hillcrest in May 2004 after working as a counsellor for many years in Hamilton for many years. Mr. Harker's warm and friendly approach, combined with his counselling experience and skills, made a very positive difference in the lives of many young people. Mr. Harker made a considerable contribution to the anti-harassment team, organising, training and supporting this group from 2004 until he went on sick leave in 2008. Ms. Jill Coles retired from her role as a guidance counsellor at the end of term 3. Ms. Coles began at Hillcrest in 1986, teaching physical education. She became immersed in the netball program, coaching netball for a number of years. She then left Hillcrest and trained as a guidance counsellor, returning in a part-time capacity. Throughout her time at Hillcrest, Ms. Coles, as well as coaching netball, attended many camps and trips. At the end of term 2, Mr. Jared Williams resigned as Deputy Principal to begin his new role as Headmaster of Napier Boys High School. Mr. Williams joined Hillcrest midway through 2008 after spending time as Deputy Principal at Christchurch Boys High School. Mr. Williams became immersed in our school and community, passionate about teaching and learning and in providing support for our students to learn and succeed. Mr. Williams soon gained a reputation for having high expectations as well as a willingness to develop strong relationships with everyone. Although Mr. Williams was a huge loss to our school, we are proud to have been part of his leadership journey. Mrs. Jeanette Hart retired at the end of term 3 after 16 years employed as a support staff member. Mrs. Hart took a range of tasks during her time, including office receptionist, working in the front office, and over recent years she had been a major role in media and publications. Ms. Jackie Gillard, our office receptionist, left last week. Ms. Gillard began at Hillcrest in September 2003 as a resource person in the maths faculty and working in the school print room. Jackie became an integral member of the maths faculty, assisting staff in preparation for their classes, helping out with tutorial organisation and issuing textbooks to students. At the end of the year, we're farewelling the following staff. You'll see that retirement's got a common theme here, and those 3 staff just happen to be sitting over here. Looking forward to the next 4 weeks, aren't we, ladies? Maybe the time after that, even more. So Mrs. Mackenzie retires at the end of the year after 18 years teaching food technology in the food technology department. An experienced classroom practitioner, Mrs. Mackenzie had a reputation as a caring, supportive classroom teacher and form teacher, always concerned about the well-being and learning needs of her students. During her time at Hillcrest, Mrs. Mackenzie undertook several positions of responsibility, including acting HOD food nutrition, assistant dean and teacher in charge of early childhood. Mrs. Mackenzie and her husband Martin were strong serving homestay parents for a number of international students. A second retiree is Mrs. Jane Campbell. Jane Campbell has also been here for 18 years teaching food, technology and textiles. There's something about that faculty, isn't it? Long-serving staff. Fantastic. Throughout her time at Hillcrest, Mrs. Campbell has held several positions of responsibility, including acting HOD food and nutrition, as she is currently teacher in charge of hospitality. Mrs. Campbell is a committed and thoroughly organised teacher. As a classroom teacher and form teacher, Mrs. Campbell had a nurturing and caring approach to her students, always prepared to support their learning and well-being. And our final person who's retiring, unless I get any other people that are retiring between now and the end of the year, at the end of this year, Mrs. Robin Jameson will be retiring after teaching English at Hillcrest for the last 24 years. During that time, Mrs. Jameson had made an outstanding contribution to our school, including holding several positions of responsibility across the English faculty. She has also been a teacher in charge of Level 3 English, Assistant HOF English, and for 5 years, Mrs. Jameson was HOF English. She also held responsibilities for reading and literacy across school Senior Achievement Coordinator, and the school specialist classroom teacher. Mrs. James is an outstanding classroom teacher and form teacher. In fact, I know she's referred to as Mama Jam, and that comes from my daughter, who was in her form class back in the day, Paige. Well respected by her peers and students, she always went above and beyond to support the learning, achievement and wellbeing of our students. As HOF, she was superbly organised and took pride in mentoring and supporting staff. Finally, I'd like to give special mention to Mrs. Suzanne Weiss, who sadly passed away in August after a short battle with cancer. Ms. Weiss joined our staff as a teaching assistant in the English Learning Languages department, then as a teacher in that same department. She was in charge of the English Foundation Learning Area, the Refugee Coordinator, and ran Homework Centre. She was loved by students and went out of her way to offer them a genuine Kiwi experience while strengthening her English skills and learning in other academic areas. She supported the International Concert, tried Zumba dance classes at school, and was innovative and compassionate classroom teacher. She also undertook the role of teacher in charge of Year 9 Tawhiri Marae Noho, supporting hundreds of Hillcrest students to experience Te Ao Māori, working closely with Ngāti Hoa. Suzanne also spent time on Great Barrier Island, supporting our Year 10 Great Barrier experience. I would like to thank and acknowledge the following people. The senior leadership, comprising Mrs. Williams, who joined us from Waitaki Girls High School as assistant principal at the beginning of the year and who replaced Mr. Williams as deputy principal at the beginning of term 3. Assistant principals, Mrs. Collett and Mr. Frenicevic, and acting assistant principals, Mr. Bryant and Mr. Cox, plus Mr. McDermott, our business manager, and Mrs. Ralph, my PA, for their ongoing support of myself and the rest of the community. We are fortunate to have high-quality, professional, committed teachers, many of whom consistently go above and beyond their normal teaching duties to support our students in a range of endeavours. Once again, we have been tested through online learning, and many of our staff have had to balance online learning with the demands of their own families at home. Our support staff, many of whom work behind the scenes in supporting our staff and students and regularly interacting with our parents and community. The many members of our school community, parents, caregivers, whānau, and friends of the school who give up a huge amount of time to support the school. Our relationship with Ngāti Hoa is very important to us. Having Teri Wharewhara, a Tawhiri resident, as our Māori representative on the Board of Trustees certainly adds strength. The Board of Trustees, initially under the leadership of Mr. Klaus Reiter and lately Mrs. Melanie Burgess, through meetings and subcommittees, work behind the scenes, always ensuring the best interests of the staff and students at the foremost of their minds when they're making decisions. I would also like to mention the work of Mr. Ben Kennedy, the staff representative on the Board of Trustees, and Frankie Nabika, the student representative, for their work in representing the interests of staff and students. And finally, thank you to our local tertiary providers, Wintec and the University of Waikato. We have very close relationships with both of these institutions, with a number of our students attending either as current students through the Trades Academy program and when they leave school. Now for our Year 13 students in particular. The impact of COVID on your schooling has been immense. And I mentioned this the other day when we had our merit assemblies. You've missed out on so much, but we did get the ball this year. We were able to have the musical in term 1. We had summer tournament week to name a few. Our thoughts are with you this afternoon, as most of you are unable to attend. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your contribution to our school over the last 5 years. Thank you also to Mr. Chibnall, Ms. Gangley, and more recently Mrs. Tehan, who have guided and supported you through thick and thin throughout your time at school. Once exams are over, relax and look forward to the next stage in your life. There are really exciting times ahead for you. All the best to the rest of the senior school as you make the final preparations for NCA or complete those credits to get your qualification before you leave. The exams have been pushed back a couple of weeks to ensure more time to prepare. Make the most of that time. Next year we can look forward to celebrating our 50-year reunion in Easter 2022. Opening in 1972, over the years Hillcrest has gained a reputation as a highly successful co-educational school. We look forward to celebrating this milestone with current and former staff and students. I urge you to look at our reunion website and get involved. Despite another challenging year, we have made it through to the end of the year. We can be well satisfied with what we have achieved and look forward to better times ahead as our population becomes vaccinated and we enjoy many of the freedoms and opportunities we once took for granted. Enjoy your Christmas break. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Now I've got some prizes to hand out, and I just must remember not to shake hands, of course. I seem to slip into that for some reason. Anyway, the first set of prizes I'm going to hand out are for the principals prizes, and these are to our head students. So if our 4 head students come up, please, and I can award them with their principal prizes. And I'd just like to acknowledge the hard work and difficult time it's been for these guys. And of course, Molly's not here, but no doubt she will hear what I'm saying, in a really difficult year. And with our 4 outstanding young people, and I'm sure that they're going to have fabulous lives ahead of them. So let's do this. Now, normally at this time in proceedings, I would be announcing the head students for 2022. I would have made my phone calls probably last night, and 4 people would know who the head students are, but they wouldn't have known individually who the other students are. And as I think it was Conrad made reference to, it was quite a sort of nervy time in terms of that. But unfortunately, we're unable to do that this year because of COVID and being away. There's a process that we're working through in that regard. I know that there are interviews taking place with Year 12s like happened last year. Once that process is completed, and we will be sort of finishing that process at the beginning of next year, and we're finding a way that we can announce the head students to the entire school as well as we can at the beginning of next year. So I can't announce those people just yet. However, I can talk about the JL Trust Awards. So the JL Trust Awards are presented each year to senior student or students who have made an outstanding contribution to the school throughout the year across a range of activities. And this award is named after former Principal John Leach, who was principal of Hillcrest High School from 1980 until 1991, when he was tragically killed in a car accident in 1991. So we've got 2 recipients this year for these awards, and only one of those people are here at the moment. So I will get Suha to come forward. Spending a bit of time on the up here tonight, Suha, so come round. Gee, it's always hard to decide who the recipients of these awards are going to be because so many of you are involved in so much stuff. Okay, so I'll just read through. Firstly with Suha. Suha, of course, as you know, is one of our head students. She's in the Bollywood dance group. She's been with the group leadership group, heads up leadership workshop, line dance group, and Net Safe student representative. That's just to name but a few of those things that Suha has been involved in. So I'll give her, again, at a very safe distance. And the other person receiving the award is Molly Huggins. So I'll read out what Molly's been up to. She's also been exceedingly busy. Of course, she's a head student. She's part of the group leadership course, Waikato Haora leadership course, heads up course, co-chair of the committee for leavers, peer support, Taufori senior leadership assistants, ILC support service, refugee support association with the Red Cross, Cell Waikato climate leader, and SSHC organiser and member of the senior girls volleyball team. So well done to Molly as well, who really deserves this award. So let's put our hands together for both of these students. Right, so the next award I'm going to present is our Vocational Pathways Award, and I'd like Connor Pearson to come forward. Now, I know Connor particularly well, not because he's been naughty, which is fantastic, because it's quite the opposite. He was in my boys' study class last year, of course, Connor, and I'm claiming fame to this for him getting this award, of course, because my skills as a study teacher. You'd agree with that, wouldn't you, Connor? Yeah, he's got his finger. Yeah, good man. Okay, so this year's Prime Minister's Vocational Award goes to our Year 12 student, Connor Pearson. Connor's positive attitude and interest in the primary industry and trade sector lead him to be part of our technical and vocational education and training program, where he has the opportunity to develop his interest and passion in the primary industry. He is willing to learn and gives everything to go to explore his options. Connor has achieved level 2 and has also completed various programs and courses in the primary and technical field. I also understand it, Connor, that this award comes $2,000 attached to it as well. Did you know that? No. Well, you know now. So there you go. So I'll just give you this. Well done, mate. So, just about there, team. So finally, I'm going to present 3 students with Duke of Edinburgh Gold Awards. Duke of Edinburgh Awards are huge. They require a huge amount of work and effort. They take 12 months, a minimum of 12 months to complete. There are 3 specific sections: voluntary service, skills, and physical recreation. And they choose a number of activities that they have to perform with these, plus adventurous journey and gold residential project to complete as well. Now, back when we used to have assemblies, when everybody was together, we were able to recognise the students, you know, the bronze, the silver, and the gold. So we're really lucky today, that we're able to recognise 3 students that have received their gold awards. So I'm going to ask Saskia Bruckenhausen and Kia Smith and Holly McCullum to come forward, please. Well done. Right, that's it for me. Excuse me.
We now have a musical item. Sarah Cathcart and Matilda Griffiths will now play Mozart's Major Concerto, First Movement. Thank you to these wonderful musicians. As you can see, Sarah and Matilda are gifted violinists, and we've been fortunate to be able to listen to them play today. We now come to the major sports and cultural awards. These will be read by Assistant Principal Mrs. Sarah Collette, and they'll be read, did I say that? Yes, and they'll be presented by Mr. Whiting.
Kia ora koutou. It gives me great pleasure to present the major sporting and cultural awards for 2021. First of all, our major sporting awards. Please can I have Emma Maltzed, Joyce Vainikolo, Trinica Kenny, Kyle Smith and Jared Robert up to the front. Our first award is the Margaret Forsyth Shield for Service to Sport. And before I present this, I would like to just say a few words about Margaret Forsyth. She was an ex-student who was selected for the New Zealand national netball team, the Silver Ferns, in 1979 at the age of 17, while still a pupil at Hillcrest High School. She continued with the team until 1987, competing at 3 World Netball tournaments. Forsyth later became a Hamilton City Councillor, and in 2014 was appointed assistant coach of the Waikato Bay of Plenty Magic, competing in the ANZ Championship in 2017. In 2017, the Magic joined the new ANZ Premiership competition, and Forsyth was promoted to head coach of the team In the 2020 New Year Honours, she was appointed an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit for services to netball and the community. Sadly, Margaret died on 4th of May 2021, aged 59, shortly after being diagnosed with cancer. So it is particularly poignant to present this shield for 2021. So our winner for the Margaret Forsyth Shield for Service to Sport is Emma Maltzed. Sports captain Emma Maltzed mobilised the Sports Council to run lunchtime sport activities. She is also a trainee volunteer inspector of turns for Swimming Waikato, a Learn to Swim teacher, assists at swimming club nights and regional swim meets. Our next award is Student Referee or Umpire of the Year, and that goes to Joyce Vainikolo. Joyce has umpired Saturday outdoor netball and indoor netball. She was an umpire for the Auckland Combined Points Tournament and for one of our contributing schools, Berkeley Intermediate. Our next award is All-Rounder of the Year, female. This goes to Trinica Kenny. Trinica qualified for the WSS Swimming Champs and is a member of our Football Premier Girls and Futsal Premier Girls teams. Trinica made the Waikato Under-19 Futsal Women's National Tournament team, Football National Under-17 and Under-19 Youth Tournament teams, and is a Women's Reserve for the Northern League. All-Rounder of the Year, male, Kyle Smith. And Kyle, please stay not too far away because you're needed again in a moment. Kyle is a strong volleyball, beach volleyball, squash, basketball and cricket athlete. Kyle is a standout all-round athlete. He is a NZSS Senior Boys Champion and New Zealand Under-19s runner-up. His team placed 5th at the Indoor Volleyball Division 1 Nationals, 1st at the Waikato Secondary Schools, and he was selected in the tournament team. Waikato Under-19 Volleyball Team Captain, 2nd at the IPC and selected in the tournament team. At Athletics Sports, Kyle placed 1st in 200 metres, 1st in high jump, 2nd in both the shot put and triple jump, and 3rd for long jump. At our swimming sports, he placed 2nd in the butterfly. An avid squash player, he placed 3rd in the Waikato Secondary Schools Division 1 competition against 26 teams and is graded B2. And he is also part of the Team of the Year, which is Jared Robert and Kyle Smith. So against 32 teams, the combination of Jared Robert and Kyle Smith defended their title as NZS Beach Volleyball champions, defeating Matamata College in the final to be crowned the #1 secondary school beach volleyball team in the country. Jared Robert also needs to come back around as he has the Olympic trophy. I'll start reading while he comes around. The National Volleyball League showcases the top 48 players in the country. Jared was one of the youngest to be drafted to a team, Southern Punamu. Players were drafted into 4 teams, which Jared's team ended up winning in Christchurch. At the New Zealand Indoor Secondary School Nationals, his team placed 5th and he was selected in the tournament team. He placed 1st at the New Zealand Secondary School Beach Championships, 2nd at the New Zealand Under-19 Beach Volleyball Championships, and 2nd at the New Zealand Under-19 Indoor IPC Tournament, where again he was selected to the tournament team. His team has placed 1st at the Regional Waikato Indoor Volleyball Competition, and he has been selected as MVP and part of the tournament team last year and this year. Jared has also recently been selected for the New Zealand Senior Men's Extended Squad. Congratulations to all. Our next awards are the Major Culture Awards. Can I please have Kaylin Eccles, Alexander Foster, Ephraim Frame, Janet Gore, Tyler Dawn Samuels-Brown. Our first winner, Kaylin Eccles, has 2 awards, the Most Outstanding Vocalist and the Ward Cup. The Most Outstanding Vocalist is awarded to students who have exhibited dedication and commitment to the development of their vocal ability. The Ward Cup is for excellence in innovation and interdisciplinary art practice. Our second award is Alexander Foster, the Video Production Award. For mastery of the entire production process, Alex's short film was evocative, had impressive sequencing, special effects, and was integrated. The ACLX Award is to Ephraim Frame for his commitment and dedication to sound and lighting of numerous events over the last 3 years. Our next winner also has 2 awards. Janet Gore has the Debating Award for the Most Outstanding Debater and the Globe Award for Senior Shakespeare. This year, Janet was named top speaker in the Premier Division of the Waikato Secondary Schools Debating Competition. She was also a member of the Waikato Secondary Schools Development Team. For the Globe Award Senior Shakespeare, these were the judges' comments. I was impressed by Janet's mature approach to her role as Goneril in the Hillcrest High School's 15-minute entry from King Lear to the Regional Shakespeare Festival this year. She constantly strove to improve her performance, not only through thoughtful and intelligent interpretation of her lines, but also through drawing on a range of performance techniques to depict her character for the audience. Janet always wanted feedback on her character's motivations and how she could strengthen her performance. In addition, she did a lot of personal research on the role. This resulted in a sophisticated and nuanced final performance. And finally, J. Lindsay Award to Tyler Dawn Samuels-Brown for her resilience and perseverance when putting her best foot forward within the arts. Tyler Dawn's passion and commitment to Arts Council, Shakespeare Regionals, Level 2 production, and helping in any capacity has been demonstrated at a high standard throughout the year. Well done. Can I please have Amber Spence, Holly McCullum, Bailey Lindsay, Matilda Griffiths. Our first award is Prestige in the Arts Awards for Drama, which goes to Amber Spence. This award acknowledges Amber's dedication and passion for drama, Amber is a self-motivated learner who is continually reflecting on her performances to further develop her acting skills to a high standard. She's a thoughtful and helpful drama student with advanced interpersonal skills. She goes out of her way to acknowledge and celebrate others. Drama Cup for All-Round Excellence, Holly McCallum. Holly is an enthusiastic performer who loves to challenge herself by getting involved in the arts in numerous ways. Her work ethic was demonstrated through her integral role as the stage manager for the musical. She has also performed at a high standard for theatre sports, Shakespeare Regional Festival, as the main role in the Level 3 production and as an arts captain in 2021. Drama Trophy, Most Outstanding Performer, and Music Best All-Rounder, and the Shearers Award Contribution to Music to Bailey Lindsay. The Drama Trophy Most Outstanding Performer. Bailey is an enthralling performer who draws the audience in through his charisma and energy on stage. He works tirelessly to hone his skills and create memorable characters. This year, Bailey has performed flawlessly in the Level 3 production, in the school musical, Shakespeare Regional Festival, in the theatre sports team, and as arts captain. He's also the Music Best All-Rounder. This cup is given in recognition of the student's music skills across a wide range of musical expressions. His skills in composition, live performance, and recording are highly advanced, a true all-round artist. He also has the Shearers Award for Contribution to Music. This award is for overall outstanding contribution to the music department. This award celebrates the student's key role in the success of the music department. I've actually missed one of his awards because it was over the page. Sorry, Bailey. He also has the Music Theatre Award. This cup is awarded to a student who has shown excellent dedication and commitment to the artistic development of their role and character in the school show. The next award is a joint award, which is also for Bailey Lindsay and Matilda Griffiths. And this is the Prestige in the Arts Music. I think Matilda might have to collect it for you. This award is for recognition of the work and dedication students have displayed in the pursuit of perfecting their musical craft. Both Bailey and Matilda have displayed excellent commitment to their development as artists. Matilda Griffiths is also acknowledged for being a member of the New Zealand Secondary School's National Orchestra. Well done. Can I please have Abigail Bluden and Eric Gong? The Prestige in the Arts Award for Art to Abigail Bluden. This award acknowledges the talent, dedication, and hours of work that leads to excellence in the visual arts. And the next one's actually a joint one as well. Sorry, Abigail, but a joint award for Abigail Bluden and Eric Gong, the Morrison Cup. This cup is awarded to students who have excelled in academic music. This is a very demanding and specific area of study, and these students have demonstrated excellent work ethic and skill. Well done. Can I please have Donovan Chen, Lillian Feng, Kari Nell, and Rose Zhao? Or at least some of you, if the others aren't here. This is the Nisbet Award for Music Performance, if you'd like to come up. This cup is awarded for excellence in music performance. This award acknowledges the practice, dedication, and supreme work ethic that leads to performance excellence. So that is to Donovan Chen, Lillian Feng, Kari Nell, and Rose Zhao. Congratulations. Can I please have Ellie Marie Studer? Ellie Marie Studer has the Robin Ninnis Award. This trophy is given in recognition of the PAC student who demonstrates the most creativity. The student can show creativity and passion in any realm. This year's recipient has used her skills in art and fabrics to benefit others. Congratulations. Can I have Andrea Schuster? Andrea Schuster has the Josefa Pacifica Award Overall Top Pacifica Student. A Pacifica leader with all-round success in sport, co-captained the Hillcrest volleyball team to the regional national schools competition, academic excellence endorsement in Level 2 NCA, and Pacifica culture leader and choreographer of Pacifica performance in Pacifica by Nature and other Pacifica competitions. Congratulations. Kia Smith and Jasmine Amai. Kia Smith and Jasmine Amai have the Hine Itirangi Memorial Trophy. This award was created in memory of Marahuya Wetini and Tirangi Pritchard Blunt, beloved students and fearless promoters of kaupapa Māori in this school. This year's recipients of the Hine Itirangi Award have demonstrated an unapologetic commitment to kaupapa Māori at Hillcrest High School. They have provided guidance for Māori students in the kaupapa Māori space. They showed great resilience and leadership during these difficult times and encouraged all students to get involved in the Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori activities and other kaupapa Māori events throughout the year. Congratulations. Well done. Jasmine, could you please come back around? We have another award for you. So Jasmine Amai also has the Tihipuke Leadership Award. This award is given to a student who has demonstrated strong leadership both within whānau and the wider school. This student has demonstrated resilience, kindness, manaakitanga this year in her role of manukura and co-chair of the Māori Council, a fierce defender of Māori culture, a true wahine toa. Congratulations. Can I please have Jack Walker and Molly Huggan? I know Molly's not here, so Jack, could you come down, please? Jack Walker is a kaitatake tane. He's described as a lovable larrikin and humble leader. The recipient of this award has shown intrinsic leadership qualities since Year 9. Incredibly caring, this student relates to people from all walks of life, and this was particularly visible in his role as Hillary House Captain this year and when working with younger students. Molly Huggan is our kaitataki wahine. This award is given to a student who has demonstrated exceptional leadership qualities since Year 9. a student who always works to the best of her ability and has given back to the school both in her role as head student and the community through her many voluntary roles. Well done, both of you. Kia Smith. Kia Smith has the Whanonga overall top Māori student and the overall top academic Māori student. This award is given to an outstanding Māori student who has excelled in all areas of the school. This year's recipient is a rare gem who has definitely embodied the values of this trophy. Some of the very long list of the students' involvement and achievements include Manukura for 2021, earning a gold award in the Duke of Edinburgh programme, playing in the Girls' First 11 football and Premier Girls futsal teams, successful completion of Te Reo and Tikanga courses through Massey University, and gaining a massive scholarship for the University of Waikato. Congratulations.
The final awards for today are the Major Academic Awards. These will be read by Assistant Principal Mr. Dan Franisovic. The recipients of these awards are our top academic scholars. We are extremely proud of their achievements and know they will be highly successful in whatever endeavour they pursue. The graduates who have received these awards in the past have gone on to be great leaders in their field. And I know this year's recipients will continue our tradition of being extraordinary. I would like to invite Mrs. Robin Jamieson to present these awards. As Mr. Whiting has said, Mrs. Jamieson is retiring at the end of this year after teaching in the English faculty. It is now time for her to put her feet up and read a good book without the extra effort of having to create a lesson plan to go with it.
Year 13, Top 10. Amy Fraser. Amy Fraser, Distinction in Art and Design, Distinction in English, the Design and Innovation Award, 10th in Year 13. Stephen Hockey. Stephen Hockey, Distinction in Physics, Distinction in Theatre Sports, Sports Leader 2021, 9th in Year 13. Saskia Brookhuizen. Saskia Brookhuizen, Distinction in Biology, Distinction in Chemistry, Distinction in English, Events Captain 2021, the Historian Award for Year 13 History, 8th in Year 13. Joy Goh. Joy Goh, diligence in biology, diligence in economics, diligence in physics, distinction in calculus, 7th in Year 13. Abigail Bluden. Abigail Bluden, diligence in calculus, distinction in art, paint and print, distinction in English, distinction in music studies, the Horan Award for Excellence in English over the past 5 years, the Talbot Award for Earth and Space Sciences, 6th in Year 13. Tony Tian. Tony Tian, diligence in chemistry, diligence in physics, distinction in statistics, the Jenny Baker Award for Excellence in Computer Science Theory, 5th in Year 13. Matilda Griffiths. Matilda Griffiths, service to SCAT, diligence in calculus, diligence in French, diligence in music studies, distinction in statistics, the Middlemiss Award for French, 4th in Year 13. Aman Tayyab. Aman Tayyab, diligence in calculus, distinction in biology, distinction in business studies, distinction in chemistry, distinction in English. 3rd in Year 13. Alexander Foster. Alexander Foster, diligence in geography, distinction in calculus, distinction in media studies, distinction in physics, the Media Studies Award, 2nd in Year 13. Now it gives me great pleasure to announce 2021 Proxime Accesit and the 2021 Ducks of School. And for the first time in my memory, the Proxime Accesit is a Year 12 student, Janet Gao. Janet Goh, service to Shakespeare, distinction in English, distinction in biology, distinction in chemistry, the Irene Klumchuk Award for Cambridge English, the Linda Cowley Award for Calculus, NZIP School Top Physics Scholar Award, the Peter Thomas Award for Year 13 Classical Studies, the Trudy Cowley Award for Top Student in Year 12 Maths, the Tungsten She Award for Chemistry. She was first in Year 12 and she is 2021 Proxime Accesit. And this year, 2021, Ducks of School, Joy Ma. Joy Ma, distinction in biology, distinction in chemistry, distinction in English, distinction in Mandarin, distinction in physics, the Trevor Wilson Award for Statistics, the Outstanding All-Round Science Scholar. Wait there, Joy. Wait there at the top of the stage, on the stage. Yep, you are the 2021 Ducks of School.
On behalf of the school, I'd like to say a very special thank you to Mr. Cox for organising this prize giving. Not only was he given very short notice to do so, he also had to organise the event around it being recorded, and he has done this to the nth degree. I'd also like to thank Miss Lisa Campbell, who has been a huge help to him, and also to Mr. Burton, Mr. Cook, Mrs. Bailey, Mr. Bryant, and Mr. Franisovic, who have all contributed to this prize giving. Please join me in thanking them sincerely. Thank you to Mr. Whiting for his excellent leadership this year, particularly in another interrupted, unusual, and unprecedented time. Thank you to our teachers for the wonderful work you do to help our students achieve to their very best. Thank you to whānau who have taken the time to watch our recording of this special occasion. And finally, I would like to say a special congratulations to all our prize winners. And so we come to the end of our prize giving. Following the closing karakia, we will stand while our guests leave the stage. I invite Matua Taira Tirito to come forward to give the karakia.
Nā tēnei rā katoake ki te whakakapi i tō tātou nei kaupapa me ino e tātou. E tō mātou matu i te rangi kia tapu tō ingoa. Kia tai mātou ranga tirataga, kia me te tau e pai ai ki runga ki te whenua ki te anō ki tō te rangi. Ho mai ki a mātou ai nei, hei taro ma mātou mo tēnei rā. Urua mātauhara, me mātou hoki e mun nei o te hunga e hanana ki a mātou. Nau hoki mātou e kawea ka whakawaia. Engari whakaorangi a mātou i te kino. Nau hoki te ranga tiratanga, te kaha, me te kororia, āke, āmini. Tēnā koutou.
Please be seated. I wish all our students the best for their exams and after that a safe and happy holiday. Thanks very much.
Same town, different day, again with the rain. Each moment, no pain, again with the rain. Even when the clouds are gone, the rain is pouring out. Don't show it again with the rain. Rain's falling, but they don't know it. They only hear what the weatherman is saying. Even when the sun is out, the forecast hasn't changed. One-way glass to see the future. Don't know where these times will lead you. One day.